Welcome back to Briggs on Books, a truly international talk show. We talk to authors from all over the world about their books and their ideas. Our last guest was from Tasmania in Australia, so this is a lot of fun doing this, jumping around. My next guest, by the way, I should say this. She sent me this book, her book, around Christmas time. I took it as a Christmas gift, but it's from Box to Home, and she specialized, well, we're going to ask her, they make homes, structures out of shipping containers. Our guest is Katalina Klein. Welcome, Katalina.
Thank you for having me. Nice to see you again.
I was so happy. I've been carrying this book everywhere I go. I've been showing it to everybody because I've been describing it. Every time you're on the show, I talk about it, and I get so inspired. I go try to tell everybody, but sometimes my how I describe it, they don't get it. But now they do.
Awesome.
Tell me about your...
There's a lot of pictures, so hopefully the pictures do tell a good story.
Yeah. Tell me about your business. You make shipping container homes?
Yes. So Cute Living, which is the name of the company, designs, engineers, permits, and fabricates, as well as coordinates the entire project. Mostly our homes are made out of shipping containers. We also do modular homes out of steel frame.
Okay.
But the majority of what we do is shipping containers, or at least looks like a shipping container.
As we're talking, I'm putting up some of these pictures from, I guess these are from the book, the pictures you sent in. And now you do this in cities all over California or all over the United States?
We're trying to penetrate the U.S., but I would say that about 75% of what we do is in California. For the rest of the country, it is slowly starting to be a thing, but shipping container conversions into residential has been something that California has embraced probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah, now it's amazing, these pictures I'm putting up. It's just what you can do with those. They're just absolutely beautiful. The reason I ask about California or the United States, here in our area, Fresno, sometimes a unique idea is kind of hard to get through the city bureaucracy. Have you run across some problems like that in some cities through California?
In California, a little bit less. I mean, I had one of these issues about 5 years ago in New York with the fire department.
Yeah.
They just couldn't understand egress, and they had the plans. It's just like you egress through windows and doors, and they could not get it.
Right.
What we do is that we permit through the state of California. So our structures, after they're designed and fully engineered, we take the entire package and we submit to third parties that are approved by the state of California to review and approve the structure. So when I say engineering, they're structurally engineered, mechanically, electrically, plumbing, all of California Title 24, so it adheres to all of California codes. And so the state approves it, so we don't have to go to each small municipality and expect that plan checker to understand what a shipping container modification is.
Yeah.
So
right.
That's how we're able to do that. And that actually is a true definition of modular, and the book covers that part of it as well.
Great. Now, by the way, let's talk about the book for a minute, because whether you're going to do this or not do it, this is just a great book to have. Great conversations. I've started so many great conversations because of this book and showing people ideas that they had no idea even existed. So the book is really, really good, Katalina. And
Thank you.
Mine's going to get worn out in no time. In fact, people keep trying to take it from me. I go, nope, that's a gift, because mine's autographed right inside there by Katalina Klein. So thank you.
There's many more available on Amazon.
Yeah, go to Amazon, you guys, and get this book. In fact, I'm going to buy some and give them away as gifts. I'm always having to go to somebody's house party or something. You want to take a host gift. Everybody will love this book. So now you have to, somebody decides they want to do this. You have the shipping containers. We don't have to have our own, right?
No, no. And actually, I don't even have the shipping containers. The fabricator does.
Hmm.
So even before anything begins, I encourage the person that we're working with to have the land because
Yeah,
the land really informs what it is that you're doing. When you have a land that is hillside, the structure that you're going to put on is going to look different than if it were sitting on a flat piece of land.
right.
So, and we also have to look at the access of to get the units, the modules, the containers onto the lot. And that's going to inform the size that
Right.
we can design with. So the very first thing is the site. Once you have the site, whether it's an ADU or a vacant piece of property, then we can start the design process. On our website, cubeliving.com, we have some structures that have been pre-designed. A lot of people use that as conversation pieces to start, or at least, to visualize what is feasible. We have added a page at the end of the year, which are homes that have been approved by the state of California. So
Already
if you
approved. Yeah,
choose any of them, you bypass probably 9 months of work,
right.
and probably $50,000 worth of costs.
Right. They've been
Um,
approved and they've been done a few times, so probably would go a lot faster.
yes, and then the only thing that you still need to do though is go through the local permitting process. But it all starts with the land, the design, the engineering, and the permitting through the state.
Tell our viewers what ADU is, because we're talking about that a lot these days in our community.
Accessory dwelling units. So it is a structure that usually lives in the backyard.
Hmm.
It has a separate entrance, its own bathroom, and its own little kitchenette.
Right. And now I don't know if it's just our community or the whole state where they've approved almost anybody can have an ADU now.
Yes, it is statewide,
Right.
and it's the this it was this law started or ordinance started being talked about in 2016, but it didn't become quite as popular as it is today.
Hmm.
With our housing crisis and things being so expensive, a lot of us are building little homes behind our home. Now, I read something, but I have not gotten confirmation or follow up. But what is really interesting, because um, as of 2023, you build an ADU in your backyard. When you sell your home, you sell the house and the ADU.
Right.
I read somewhere that there was an ordinance signed by our governor starting in 2024 that now you would be able to sell the ADU separately from the main home. So that would be strange, because, some of them sit 10 feet from your house.
Yeah.
And how do you get through there? But I read it, but I have not confirmed it.
Yeah, what a
So that's
difference that
something
would
to
make
look at.
that would make a big difference in value, that's for sure. If you could
Yes.
sell it separately, if you would want to do that. But I'm just I'm zooming in on some of these now because I'm so intrigued by them. The design. See, I get what's going on here. Some very bright person is making these designs because I could never even have the imagination to design as these are done. So I guess that's why they use a company like yours because you guys are brilliant in your designs.
They're all Cube Living original designs. And what we did in the book and what we do on our Instagram account, as well as on our website, a lot of these designs are really they're designed by us. We have full designs on them, but we have them to serve as inspiration, so that you could say, I like this and this, I like this and this, but I don't want something so big. Can you make this with, instead of 8 containers, can this be done with 4 or 3? Or so basically they're Legos, right?
Yes.
So you put one here, you put one on top, you move one in front of the other one, and you create these really cool, inspiring structures.
And you can have it as big as you like, I guess.
In Florida, we are building for a client of ours a 10,000 plus square foot home out of 34 shipping containers.
Oh my goodness. Now,
It's a big house.
yeah, I got to tell you that, I live in about a 800 square foot space myself right now. I'm way happier than I was in my 5,000 square foot house. I like smaller, but you could go as smaller, as large as you wanted. And
Absolutely.
now let me ask you
And a lot of people are going smaller. I mean, and especially with shipping containers, or at least the way we design, we create a lot of indoor-outdoor living. So we use the outdoor space
yeah,
a lot.
right.
And it can double, triple, you know, the indoor space you have if you work it in a certain way. We use a lot of windows, a lot of sliders, skylights, solar tubes, so that even a small space is full of natural light.
Yeah.
And then we try to avoid hallways at all costs, because when you think about it, most of the traditional homes out there have hallways, right?
Yeah.
To get to the bedrooms, you go right, left, right, left, right, left. We avoid them so that you have a lot more usable space. So we have big open spaces, and from the big open spaces, you access different parts of your home. And you try to make it as efficient as possible.
Now, I've been thinking a lot lately about whenever you watch a movie in Europe, they're not inside, they're outside. They have these great outdoor living spaces. And I don't know if it's just my community, but we don't do it that much. What a waste of space, because outdoor is way nicer most of the time.
It is, and especially when you're able to, let's say, take several shipping containers into a U formation, right? And then you have this interior courtyard,
Right.
which you could cover as a pergola, you could leave open, you could do a retractable awning, you could do whatever. And suddenly, you could have an extra outdoor kitchen, an extra living room, an extra TV outside, an outdoor fireplace. We're in California, and
Yeah.
that's the beauty of living here.
Let me ask you a silly question. Are these shipping containers that have been shipped or have been used for shipping, or are they all brand new?
Not at all a silly question. It's actually a wonderful question.
Thank you.
And it's an important question as well. I don't know what other people do, but what we do is we use one-way dry goods. So they come from Taiwan, China, Turkey, wherever, with dry goods. So that you don't have, mostly electronics, clothing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that you don't have hazardous something infiltrate, because the bottom of the shipping container is plywood for the most part. There's a portion that is metal, but it's plywood. So you can imagine that it could soak something. So we don't do that.
Right.
And if a client insists, we will do new.
Brand new.
But that's all we do.
I would love to know where my shipping containers had been. That would be fun. So anyway.
And you do. Actually, all shipping containers have a little number. It's called a placard. And it's like the VIN number of your car. So you look for provenance. And when you modify a shipping container, the fabricator has to take that number, that VIN number or placard number, and you modify according to that. And then the state gives you an insignia. So everything is pretty regulated,
That's nice.
at least for us.
Yeah. Nice. I always get in trouble when you're on the show because we talk too long. I can't stop. I have so many questions. I'm just fascinated by this and fascinated by the houses, the built-out houses that we're showing pictures of. Now, was that your dog?
This is one of them. Her name is McQueen.
Is she a puppy?
Yeah.
Full
She's
grown?
about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Looks pretty happy
Correct.
there.
Thank you.
Catalina, tell us the web address where people can go and find out more information.
So it's www.cubedliving.com, K-U, B like boy, E, D like David, living.com.
Yeah.
And on our website, there's a click. It will take you, if you would like to buy the book, you could just click on the link. It'll take you to Amazon. And otherwise, just there's a lot of information on our website as well.
Okay.
And feel free to give us a call.
And for our viewers, you see it spelled out on the screen there, Cubed Living with a K. And I just want to pitch the book some more. Get this book. It's just fascinating. A lot of fun to have and to look through and show friends. And we've just been spending hours and hours over this one book. So get it and give it away. Don't go buy one copy of it. Buy 5 copies of it and give it away as, gifts and stuff like that. So thank you, Katalina.
I just want to, can I add one more thing before
please.
we go? With regards to the book, there's a lot of books on shipping containers out there that are geared more to do it yourself. The entire intent of this book was actually not to do that.
Yeah.
It was really to give an overview of what the process of transforming these boxes into living spaces is, and give you information, enough information, enough insight that you have the tools and the language to go speak with professionals.
Right.
That you could speak with an architect, engineers, the city, your county representatives. So that was really the intent of the book, and also to show what is available, what you can do. Basically, it's limitless.
Yeah, it really sparks the imagination, gets your imagination going in that direction, and that's a great thing about the book. Thank you, Katalina. Last thoughts for our viewers?
Just if you're buying the book, enjoy it. But more than anything, give us a call. We love to hear from people. We love to hear from even if it's book an appointment, our appointments are free. We offer 30-minute consultations, and we love hearing from you. Just pick our brain and let's talk shipping containers.
Perfect. It's a wave of the future. It is the future. Thank you, Katalina Klein. We'll be back with more authors right after this.